On the issues raised, the issues raised are in regard to legal representation as provided for under the Constitution. The defense has raised an issue that the two accused persons are represented by counsel Martha Karua, who is currently in Nairobi, and ought to be here to represent her clients. This court is mindful of the right to legal representation as provided for under the Constitution of Uganda. The accused persons are before court and are represented by lawyers, although they said that counsel Martha Karua is the lead counsel. Whereas this court appreciates her role as lead counsel, I believe that the team of lawyers in court present can able to present the accused persons for today's hearing. This court thus believes that the accused right to legal representation is guaranteed. This court thus finds no basis to refer the matter to High Court under the Human Rights Enforcement Act. Counsel Wabo has submitted that they are in court today to make an application for release of the persons, and as such submissions made by the prosecution are done prematurely. The accused having appeared in court on a production warrant, the prosecution should proceed to make its application or proceed with the production warrant, the reason why it was issued, and thereafter the defense may make the prayers they intend to make in regard to the liberties of the accused persons.
Your worship, the lawyers don't have instructions from us to proceed in the absence of their leader. They don't know where that leaves us. Because we are going to the Honorable Martha Karua come from that far. Very cognizant of the competence, the availability of our current team that we have. So she has a special role for me and me. We have had to incur at great cost. Get her here each time. Follow up this case. And as the lawyers have repeatedly pointed out, she was here when it proceeded, only that it was not made possible. We were now informed, I was informed at 7 a.m. last night that there is a year that the protection warrant has been received. And indeed, so have our lawyers, some of them are not. So, Your Worship, our lawyers definitely don't have instructions from us to proceed in the absence of our vigilance.
As our client has submitted here, on our instructions, our former client, our client, as far as the matter is concerned. But today, the matter where we have instructions is supposed to come up on the office. So we are here on Wednesday this week, and that was at 29. As for the proceedings of today, where we do not even have a copy of the letter, which is moving to court to proceed, where we have no idea as to the substance of what is going to go there. We are also in your shame.
From the time when this court convened, it's on record that this person, A1, A2, and A3 by court. It's also on record that when they were in court, Lord Mayor, Senior Lord Mayor, introduced himself and his entire group as lawyers representing the accused person. And the accused person was listening. If there was anything to do with the not instructing them to do anything in the absence of Martha, then he should have raised it at that time. How did they come to represent him in this court today without instructions? This is what we've been talking about: arm twisting prosecution, delaying, frustration. And then they start lamenting 6 months. Prosecution is making a headway into investigation. It is expediting the process. Defense is holding it back. And then they come and submit how the rights of the accused person have been infringed upon. I think this is a duty of both prosecution and defense to ensure that we have an expeditious process in this matter. Cite other rights, and then you leave the right to speedy and expeditious trial, which we are talking about. In any case, there has not been any substantive reason as to why the absence of Martha can stall this matter. This is a prosecution case. Looks like defense is taking it up. Now court has to dance the tune of the defense. We are being held back. Court has already made a ruling on that. If A1 retired Colonel Kiiza Besigye knew that he had that in mind, he should have raised it even before this court made that ruling. We are submitting that is an abuse of the process. It amounts an abuse of the court process, which is detrimental to this matter. So why this matter is in court? First of all, this is at a preliminary stage.
Let me just break there. Make the ruling. So you made the submission after my ruling. On the first one.
I don't know gymnastics and procedures. There were many things that were being talked about in this meeting. I do not know whether when I should step in or not. I thought I had to, when I heard you say that the matter can continue without her. I did not know that it had come to that. And I had to alert you about our decision. So if prosecution wants to continue without us being represented, it's nothing to happen.
It's not factually correct that indeed this matter has been encompassed in the law you respect to your worship. Why? Your worship, we clearly indicated to court that we have instructions to proceed with an application for mandatory bail. We have no instructions to proceed with a matter which is not known to us. We can only get instructions after we have known what the matter is about. Up to now, The state is holding on to the letter that was written in court. We don't know what is protecting the letter. We have no idea as to why the state moved to court. The last time we appeared here on Wednesday, your worship, the matter was adjourned to Thursday, 29. So why we are here, we don't know. And that's the reason we raised and said, your worship, can we be permitted to proceed with a matter where we have instructions? That is the application for mandatory bail. If court is not ready to entertain that application for mandatory bail, we have no instructions to proceed with a matter which is going to be raised by the state for even a sake which is not known to us. And on that note, your worship, with all due respect, if you could permit us to withdraw from the bar and to proceed with the trial, proceed with an accused person with our